Let's do some post-game Affinity missions.
Tatsu so bored.
With Luxar out of the picture, the Ganglion have been pretty quiet.
You make peace sound like a bad thing. But if you're looking for something to do, I've got a job for you.
Oh, a mission straight from the boss.
Tatsu, do it! And anything else Elma need.
That's very kind. I want you to escort me to these coordinates at sunset on a clear day.
Sunset on a clear day. Got it.
Is something there?
You'll just have to go and find out.
On a clear evening, specifically.
Wow! What a great view of New LA.
Huh? Tatsu not see city anywhere.
It's right in front of you.
Tatsu enjoy rich imagination of friends, but this is silly. New LA not sitting inside Little Bowl.
Little bowl? I suppose you could see it that way.
Seeing it from the outside, it does look kind of small, doesn't it?
Perhaps it's not that New LA looks small so much as Mira is just massive.
Yeah. And space is even bigger. Way bigger. And Earth is so far away. I mean, it used to be.
To think, humanity crossed that vast distance with an entire city in tow. It's an amazing feat.
Tatsu agree. New LA is amazing place. All races living there agree.
Perhaps someday we'll be able to set sail together aboard a new white whale. To carry forth the bonds we forged on Mira.
Oh, it sounds so nice when you put it that way. But Elma, why did you want to come here right now?
I stood here the day the white whale crashed. It was the first spot I touched after leaving my skell. The sunset was so beautiful. Now that we've secured the lifehold, I wanted to come back and remember that day. Also, to think about what comes next. And I wanted you all here with me. Everyone.
Ah.
So it's you.
Elma?
This one's strong, Gwin. You all need to run.
Then run with us.
I can't. This is personal. Absolutely not. I told you, this thing is strong.
What's going on, Elma? We made it all this way by fighting together.
You're right. I'm sorry. Would you lend me a hand?
Of course.
Leave it to Tatsu.
Hey, but I didn't want to fight. Okay, fire! Follow me! I'm ready to get weak in the knees. You all right, Elma?
I'm fine. But it was reckless of me to put you in danger like that. We should have run. As your leader, I failed you.
I am the leader now.
Oh my gosh, shut up. I'm just happy to have the chance to see this other side of Elma. Reckless or not, she did the right thing.
Thank you.
Still, what was that all about? If you don't mind telling us, I mean.
That creature... it killed Danny and Boris.
Danny and Boris. They used to be on your team, right?
Yes. Until we lost them both because of my poor judgment.
So that's who we were filling in for when we found Tatsu?
Yes. And I'm incredibly grateful to all of you.
Hey, we should be the ones thanking you. I'm just glad we could avenge them.
Me too, of course. But more than that, I'm proud we've grown strong enough to win that fight.
Elma believe in team. That what make it strong. That what give Tatsu strength to win. Oh, and friends too. Team Tatsu only work because Elma is great leader.
Thanks, Tatsu.
Team Elma, do you copy? This is Blade HQ. Come in.
Elma here. What's up?
An SOS, ma'am. We have a reclaimer team engaged in combat over in Oblivion. They need help.
Gangly and stragglers?
No, ma'am. Hostile instincts.
Understood. We're on our way. You all hear that? Let's hurry.
Right.
I am just completely speechless about how poor, what poor writing that is. Like, it is the intention that killed my friends that have only been mentioned once before. This is a chance to actually give Elma some backstory. Like, Elma's backstory is that, like, she had a boyfriend who co-piloted the Prague Ares with her, but we never get to learn about it. Like, we never get to learn about it. Ever. It's only because of, like, supplementary information that we know about that at all. Like, how are we supposed to? What is with this Elma, like, taking revenge on an animal? Why would she, that goes against her character. What little character she does have. I'm so angry! What are you doing, playing hacky sack?
We'll take care of these guys.
Reclaimers, get out of here as fast as you can. Thank you.
They're all girls wearing the same outfit. Well, I mean, I guess that goes for me too. Me and Elma are wearing the same outfit, so I shouldn't talk.
One thing to do now. How's this? Let's keep it up.
My name's Nastasha of the Reclaimers. It's an honor to meet you guys.
Wait, you know who we are?
Doesn't everyone? You guys clear all the most dangerous missions. You're Blade superstars. My team has some serious Lin Li Ku fans.
What?
You think we could maybe get an autograph later?
Okay?
Who on Team Nastasha is biggest Tatsu fan?
Who isn't a fan of the bravest little Nopon on Mira?
This single greatest moment of Tatsu's life.
When we left Earth, it felt like the end. Like everything was over. But life moves on, and people with it. No matter where they end up.
You really think that's possible on a planet like this? No, we just have to make it possible. It's up to us.
And not just up to humans. Nopon and others must all work to prosper together.
Yeah, that's right.
do the other post-game. Well, I mean, there's others, but let's do another post-game Affinity mission.
You've been awfully pensive lately, Lynn. What's up?
Oh, sorry. Didn't think I was being quite so obvious. Hey, can we chat outside a sec?
So that's it.
I didn't want Tatsu to hear it.
All right. Let's just call this a Lynn mission. Team Elma is on the case.
Thanks, guys.
What are friends doing out here?
Tatsu? We just...
Is there new job for Team Tatsu?
Funny story.
That's right. It's a mediator mission. Care to lend a hand?
Oh ho! Of course! Elma just leave everything to Tatsu.
Elma, we had a deal.
It'll be more suspicious if we try to hide it. Just play along, all right?
If you're sure.
So, what is new job about?
It's a perfect fit for you, actually. We need to speak to the Xenos living in New LA and gather traditional recipes.
This is perfect job for Tatsu. Most important mission yet.
Excuse me. You have to do the ones in the commercial district before you can do the one in the residential district. It's weird. Well, I mean, I know why. It's because they didn't set up the cutscenes correctly, and there would be a continuity error if they didn't. Okay.
Hey.
Maybe can help?
Nagogo hear that friend is collecting Nopon cooking recipes. Then friend definitely needs to look at traditional royal cuisine. Recipe has been passed down from House of Elder to House of Elder. It involves many special rules and rites. Curious friend is very sensible for a human. First, chef must purify themselves in waters of waterfall. One like King's Fall is best. Then chef must fling themselves off highest point. This is symbol of courage needed to put food before venerable elder. Next they... Wait, friend is interested in hearing more, yes? Next, to heighten focus, chef must carve portrait onto single white bean, then color it with various spices. And since laughter is best appetizer, chef must then tell 100 original knock-knock jokes to elder. After meal is eaten, Nopon girls lick plates clean. Last part was added by current elder, but it's too gross and trashy for anyone to bother with. Anyway, rules are such rump pain that no one ever wants to be royal chef. Take a look at recipe though. If interested, friend can probably have job. Though no one would be sad if traditional just died. Meh. That's one. Hey Joe, where's that cup of coffee you promised me?
Now what?
That's great.
Oh, that sounded so pitiful. Ow.
Hey. Meh? Friend is giving away food? Oh, friend is collecting recipes. Well, Pira once dreamed up special recipe when tummy was rumbly. It originally thought up for Nopon traveling long road in search of customers. It used local ingredients gathered at source and need no special implements. Oh, and crazy nutritious. This may not be easy for a human to hear, friend is sure. First, catch whatever bugs are around. Anything will do. Poison is just different spice. Next, pick nearby grass and weeds. And remember, thorns and sticky bits add texture. Take all that and grind into paste. Add atop big flat rock, then slow roast in hot sun until very stinky. After a few hours or days, friend can enjoy. Dish provide important protein and dietary fiber. Friend look pale. Is tummy of friend rumbly? Huh, friend should try recipe of pira pira.
That doesn't sound that gross. I mean, it's not specific enough to be gross. I mean, I wouldn't eat it, but... Why is it raining so hard? I don't want it to rain so hard. This is a happy quest.
Really?
What's up?
Friend is in need of traditional Nopon recipes? All Warara,
That's hard to say. Warawa.
can offer is the taste of home, a dish Mamapon used to make. Warawawa grew up treated like princess. Family had money to feast on delicacies every day. But taste of Mamapon cooking was special. Mamapon grew up commoner. One day, while Mamapon was walking through woods, ugly critters attacked caravan of Datapon. Nopopotamuses and underlings of Datapon were all injured. It was terrible. Meh. So Mamapon made meal of everything Caravan had on hand to nurse them back to health. Then she beat back nearby critters single-handed and tamed them to replace missing Nopopotamus. When Mamapon got back to camp with critters in tow, Datapon proposed on spot. This is amazing recipe Datapon ate that day. Maybe someday Prince will ride into town on majestic Nopopotamus and sweep Warawa off feet. Ah.
He's really into this.
I know, right? I'm gonna have to step up my cooking to match.
Excited to try some exotic new recipes?
Lindley! Lindley!
Yes, but it's not enough. I still need a Nopon recipe to die for.
Lindley? Did Tatsu hear?
I still need a Nopon recipe to die for.
I'm sure the little guy will love whatever you cook, Lynn.
Here's hoping.
Something wrong?
Where'd Tatsu go?
He was just there.
Huh. Maybe he got hungry and headed back to the barracks ahead of us.
These cutscenes, like, in this Affinity mission have so much more work put into it than, like, any other. It really sticks out. I was so surprised. I was like, what? This feels like a real Monolith Soft cutscene.
That's Nopon writing, right?
Tatsu thankful for good times, but go on long trip now. Do not come look for Tatsu.
Elma, how can you read that?
What in the world?
You wrote me a Dear Lynn letter!
We have to find him.
Luckily, I know exactly where to find the information. Right
What do you
here.
think?
Deep down, Tatsu always know. Tatsu nothing but delicious ingredient to Lindley. Amazing, wonderful, best ever ingredient. So delicious that it ruined all other food for any who taste even one bite. Tatsu get hungry even just thinking of Tatsu. Wait, what was Tatsu talking about again?
Where the heck did he go? Tatsu!
Found
This
him.
way.
Beastie not want to eat Tatsu! One taste of Tatsu will ruin Beastie for all other food! Tatsu not want things to end this way. Better eaten by friend Lindley than freaky Beastie. Goodbye, Lindley.
Tatsu!
God.
Tatsu, you big dummy! Why'd you run off like that?
Nopon sandwich.
Lindley!
Alright, Ugly, you asked for it. No one eats my friend!
Oh, I thought it was bigger.
Hey, then I didn't want to fight. We should weaken this baby fire!
Hey.
That was a
Tatsu's sorry for running away from home.
Then why?
Tatsu understand now. If Tatsu must be eaten, better to be eaten by friends and loved ones. Go ahead. Make Tatsu finest meal in history of Mira.
What are you talking about?
So delicious! Everything tastes amazing!
I'm really glad you like it.
Tatsu experienced minor misunderstanding. Tatsu thought Lindley wanted to turn him into pie.
Sorry I scared you, buddy.
But then why feast?
You turned 13 the other day, didn't you?
A while ago.
Tatsu now full-grown Nopon.
Well, we've been so busy around here, we never got to throw you a birthday party.
Friends have party on birthing day?
It's an old Earth custom. It's a way to celebrate the moment your family gets a little bigger. I was always so happy when people celebrated mine. So I figured...
Lindley! Friends make Tatsu so happy!
That's how birthday parties are supposed to work.
Does this make Tatsu part of Lindley family?
You bet it does.
Yes! Mama Pan will be relieved Tatsu finally have Wifey Pan! Tatsu do dance of matrimony!
No.
No. We've got another misunderstanding here.
No. Please. The fandom is already so creepy about Lindley. Do we really need to add this to it? Like, if it was just one joke, it would be one thing. But now your affinity chart is permanently like this. Like, yeah, this is Irina. It loves to mess up the text. That's Elma. Like, now your affinity chart is perfectly like this. No thank you. No thanks. Anyway. Let's do some heart-to-hearts.
You gonna let me rest or what?
Oh, it's you, Bloom. Don't worry, I ain't been in any fights today. Yet. Had the day off, so I figured I'd try my luck with the ladies and see what happened.
Stop.
Yeah, it ain't been going well at all. I'd pretty much decided to give up before you opened your mouth. This is all Eleanor's fault. She said, Yelv, you need to get to know more people besides me and Bloom. Bring back a girl you don't already know, and I'll double the pay on your next job. But now that I think about it, I doubt Eleonora even gets to set our pay. She was probably just using me to kill some time. Man, this whole thing was a goddamn waste. I'm gonna go sign up for an extermination mission to clear my head. Carving up a few Seniculas ought to make me right as rain.
I looked fucking everywhere, and it turns out he's just right next to where he was. Ugh. Like, heart-to-hearts are difficult enough, but at least with non-DLC characters, it's required for segment recon, so I know that it's going to be in one of the segments that I haven't already completed, but it doesn't work that way with DLC characters.
Never cease straying.
Ah, Bloom, what wonderful timing. I was just trying to teach these baby blades the mindset they'll need to survive in the field. But they don't seem to truly grasp what I'm saying. They may not yet have enough real-world experience. Perhaps you, the victor of countless battles, can teach them the key to your survival in a way that they might more easily understand. So, you're saying they should consider every option carefully, then make the choice that best ensures their survival? So, that is the secret to your longevity. Not savagery, but resourcefulness. Not haste, but thoughtfulness. I must admit that your cool and collected approach to battle is somewhat alien to me. But no one wants to see these disciples return with their lives more than I. I hope your words ring out in their hearts as they set foot on their first battlefield. I could tell you had a gift for educating and inspiring others, and I see now how right my intuition was. What say you, Bloom? Will you help me forge these lumps of soft metal into tempered steel blades? For while I'm honored to have been asked to serve as their guide, my harrier duties suffer in the meantime. I could use a second font of wisdom to aid me. I was hesitating about this job, but would ask you to please consider my proposal. Think of the exceptional blades you could help them become. I am pleased to hear it. In that case, I must ask you to begin an intensive study of the sacred sutras, as my instruction is based on the Buddha's wisdom. If you believe that all the Buddha has to teach is the Noble Eightfold Path, you will be pleasantly surprised. Many of his teachings are relevant to a warrior's life on the battlefield. I shall begin preparing crates of the most essential texts and have them shipped to your room immediately. Read and memorize each before starting the next. How I look forward to lengthy discussions of the Tripitaka during your study breaks.
Sure, whatever. She's so hard to find.
Good evening.
A fine evening to you, Bloom. Rock and I were just enjoying a bit of stargazing. The night sky of Mira really is quite beautiful. My home planet? I have seen pictures of Earth, so I know that my planet bears a slight resemblance to yours. But I have no idea where it is in relation to here. It could be circling any of the stars above, or perhaps it is too far away to be seen at all. If you could return to Earth, would you? Of course you would. I guess one can never truly abandon their home, no matter what tragedy has befallen it. Don't misunderstand. I love it here, and so does Rock. This fair city and world are a second home to us. But one day I would like to leave it and visit my original home.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Hey, Bloom, you see what's going on over there? Those folks on the tennis court are doing everything completely wrong. Tennis isn't a balancing competition, you know? So what's everyone getting all excited about? Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna happen. If I start teaching them how to play, they'll be all over me. There'd be no end to it. And besides, stepping up and teaching folks just isn't my style. I'll let you handle that kind of thing. So, what brings you here, Bloom? You gotta be kidding me! Here I am mocking them, and you're telling me this is the hot new sports craze that's sweeping New LA? There's no way. Although I guess we are away on expeditions most of the time, huh? That makes it pretty tough to keep up on local trends. Well, I'll make sure to tell my fellow Blades back in the barracks that balancing on tennis net posts is blowing up right now. That way they won't make the same mistake I did.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Bloom. How's it going? I was just petting that dog of yours. What an adorable little pup. It really brightened my day. I know it's a different breed, but it reminds me of this Yorkshire Terrier that lived in my neighborhood back on Earth. I was so jealous of that little guy. Yeah, the wife of the family that owned the dog was actually a total knockout. They were really wealthy, but nice too. They never rubbed it in anyone's face. But no, that wasn't what I was jealous of. I was jealous of the way they treated that dog like a member of the family. It's better than the way a lot of actual people are treated. The whole family took it for walks every day. They ate together, they watched TV together. They were pretty much inseparable. Meanwhile, both my parents were so busy that I barely saw them at all. I spent most of my days alone or maybe with friends. But now I have a little more perspective. Compared to Irina, I came from a happy family. I mean, I liked my parents, you know? That's why I wanted to spend more time with them. When I grew older and got a dog of my own, I felt a lot less lonely all the time, but anyway, yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to get all mopey on you. I just wanted to say that you have a really cute dog. Man, wouldn't it be great if all the indigents here on Mira were cute dogs instead of big slobbery monsters? I'll never get that image out of my head.
Small world, huh?
Good morning, Bloom. To think I'd run into you here of all places. I've actually just completed a mission. Oh, it was fine, thank you. It wasn't a very challenging task at all. I performed guard duty for someone doing early morning maintenance on the outer wall. Fortunately, we didn't encounter any indigents and the work was completed without incident. I just stood there like a scarecrow the entire time, so I didn't even accept the reward. Once I've earned enough money to cover the next month's expenses, I decline additional rewards. Previously, I would only save an amount equal to a week's expenses, but Ornella convinced me to save more in case of emergencies. I pursue missions to help others, not for material gain. And for that reason, I prefer to refuse rewards whenever possible. Ornella said much the same thing. I agree that it's a good idea to save some money for emergencies. After all, money can solve a lot of problems. It is, as they say, a grand servant and terrible master. As a gardener, I've always been fond of this quote. Money is like manure. It does no good unless you spread it around. And extra money just stinks. That's not actually part of the quote, but I think the spirit is there at least. Do you know where the reward money for Blade missions comes from? In many cases, it's from the pocket of someone who needs help. Once they spend all their money to pay the first reward, what will become of them next time? What if they can't afford to pay a reward the next time they're in trouble? That's one of the reasons I refuse rewards, so that the people I've helped will be able to afford help again. But forgive me for blathering on like this. I do not mean to preach. I'm going back to the residential district. I promised Ada I'd meet her there.
We should be doing Hope's Affinity missions soon, which are, I mentioned this before, but surprisingly dark.
Guess what?
And actually some of my favorite.
Chief!
What are you doing here? Ooh, sorry. Right now I'm having an important discussion with this client about a mission. So, while I'm thrilled to be invited, I have to decline. Anyway, could you maybe sort of leave us alone now? You're interrupting our delicate negotiations. Nope, totally not necessary. Hey, are you just looking to get in on the job and divvy up the reward? I bet you are, you sly dog you. But the answer is still a big no. I'm gonna make like a boss and handle... Huh? I'm gonna make like a bass? I'm gonna make like a base and handle this job solo. Get it? Solo? Base? Never mind. Admittedly, this is an unusual place and time to meet a client about a job, but I assure you there's nothing suspicious about the request itself. Nope, Nuh-uh. Just a normal job. Nothing special about it. Almost boring, actually. Sleepy time and all that. Heck, the reward isn't even that good. And I'll also remind you that I'm now a full-fledged blade who can easily handle whatever type of mission this cruel world sees fit to fling at her. So make like a donut and roll on out of here. Donuts roll, right? The cake kind, at least.
That was weird. Hey.
Oh, I see.
Shh! I'm trying to think here. Don't interrupt. Now, how exactly am I supposed to get in and out of Sakuraba Industries without being detected? Night security seems pretty airtight, so I may need to go during the day. Maybe I can pretend to be part of the cleaning crew. I just need a mop. Huh? Chief, is that you? I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, that's the ticket. More meaningless blabber from good old Mia. I've had just about enough of your scheming, Chief. You just want to get me out of the way so you can steal this mission for yourself. Normally, I'm happy to share pretty much whatever, but I'm not giving you this one. I took the mission and I'm gonna be the one to finish it. So quit bugging me, you bugger. Stop! You stop right there, Missy. I know that look in your eyes. You were going to murder me. Over my dead body, you will murder me, Chief. I mean, you go to hell. Mia, gosh. What's gotten into you? Huh? You were just going to knock me out? Well, that's exactly as bad. All my hard work and planning and junk would have been for nothing. And then all of humanity would pay the price for your foolishness. Look, Chief, you just have to trust Mia on this one. I'm gonna go in, take what I need, and get right back out again without committing even a single crime. Anyway, I need to work out the details of my totally awesome plan, so you'll have to excuse me. We'll talk again once all this is over.
This is like a saga. Whoa.
Chief! Guess the cat's out of the bag, huh? Don't worry about me. I'm a full-fledged blade who is trained by the best. By which I mean you, Chief. I guess I can tell you what happened now. I've been on a deep cover operation. Super cloak and dagger type stuff. And the client was Sakuraba Industries themselves. They wanted me to snare some group who was trying to steal information about their new weapon. If the information had leaked to a rival company, or worse, one of our enemies, it would have been a really bad scene. We were having our first meeting about the job when you ran into me that night in the residential district. And when you saw me in the commercial district, that was when they were having me steal the intel. The intel was fake, of course, just some sham to give to the group that was trying to steal it for reals. And today was the day I sprung the trap and arrested the conspirators. So, what do you think? Pretty neat, huh? Except that your constant interference almost blew the whole darn thing. But thankfully, my expert improvisation saved the day and brought the mission to a flawless end. Also, doing it all by myself really helped to boost my confidence. I'm gonna keep taking harder and harder missions, and before you know it, you'll have a new rival on your hands. A rival! So cool!
What do we do about those dead guys? They vanished.
Yeah.
How's it going, Chief? This is your kitty cat, right? Oh man, lucky. I wish I had a pet. I've never had one, not even when I was a kid. But I guess there's nothing stopping me now, huh? So, what do you think I should get? A dog, huh? Yeah, dogs are cool. I could throw a tennis ball for it on my day off. It would lick my face when I got up in the morning. That might be the perfect partner for a lonely girl living all by herself on a strange weirdo planet. Still, I hear that I can't get any pet without official permission first. You've done all sorts of great things, Chief, so you probably didn't even need to apply for permission. But old Mia is starting from square one. That means I have to complete 1,000... Gosh. Do you think there's enough people walking past? I'm immersed in the game already. You don't have to... Jeez. That means I have to complete 1,000 blade missions and own a house. And that just gets me an interview. Not to mention that this little kitten is a state-of-the-art precision piece of machinery. These things cost more than a car, right? I probably can't even afford one. You know what? When I feel lonely, I'm just gonna come bug you at your floor of the barracks and ask to pet your cat. But be seeing you, Chief. Probably more than you'd like. Awesome.
I wasn't sleeping.
Ah, Bloom, your timing is, as always, impeccable. Since I can't seem to find Vandam anywhere, might I ask for your counsel instead? I've just received an emergency request from a team of Pathfinders. They've been deployed to an extremely dangerous area, one where we've lost multiple teams already. At long last, this team succeeded in reaching their destination, but the data probe they needed to complete their mission was destroyed in battle. So the question is, how should we deliver the replacement supplies they require? We could send Harriers or Interceptors, but we can't dismiss the possibility that they too could be wiped out en route. So perhaps the better choice is to order the Pathfinders to retreat, then begin planning a return mission. With the experience gained from this first trip, plus an escort of Harriers and Interceptors, there's a good chance they could reach the destination again. So, what would you choose? Attempt an immediate delivery of replacement supplies, or abort the mission and try again later? I like the way you think. If I had my druthers, I'd go out there with you myself. But I'm afraid this time it's not an option. Vandam has put his foot down. He actually insists that neither one of us could go. Blade is a large organization, and Elma's team is hardly the only skilled one at our disposal. Apparently, Vandam thinks I need to utilize some of these other teams in order to promote group harmony and effectiveness. This won't be the last time this kind of problem arises, and we'll need a better plan in the future. But for now, we need to choose one of these two strategies.
Did the backwater peasants who raised you neglect to teach you basic manners? It's considered impolite to interrupt at tea time.
You're obviously drinking beer, but okay.
You seem somewhat dubious that I am actually enjoying tea at the moment. Well, I assure you this is a fine cup of Ceylon tea, or as fine as any knockoff manufactured here in New LA at least. If you leave me alone, we can split a ration at some point down the road and call it dinner. Deal? We're in the middle of an important conversation, and it really can't be interrupted. Bye now. Are you a hyena dressed as a woman? I make the kill, yet you desire a share of the meat? You have to be careful about horning in on every Horning?
The word is honing, not horning. What the hell?
You have to be careful about hoarding in on every money-making scheme you discover. It can be bad for your health. Go find your own money, and maybe some self-respect while you're at it. I don't wish to speak any more of this venture. We'll catch up in the administrative district once there are blade missions to discuss. Until then, goodbye.
And that's all the heart-to-hearts I want to do for now.